Hi there, everyone. This is Tina, and this is your message of the day. And this starts us all and gets us all into a brand new month of February. So, this is Thursday, February the 1st, 2024. I decided to do it a little bit differently this day. And that is exactly what many of you might have felt waking up, that you just want to try your daily life, your daily routine in a different manner. So what is it that you should do to get that sense of rejuvenation back? First of all, any form of chakra clearing or chakra healing, or just paying attention to which part of your body seems to just be, lackadaisical or weak, or is just not responding, or some of you might have just felt that you're just walking into the day again feeling like yesterday. And how do you change that around? And so there are tons and tons of angelic forces and heavenly forces that are just dropping literally orbs of rejuvenation on earth. So if you just ask for that orb of rejuvenation, you'll get cleansing immediately. You just ask for it, that's all. You just hold your hand out and put it wherever you want to over yourself. I am that I am, and I am light and love. These words will literally work like wonders for you this day, because that's why also the message of the day does not come through any divine father or divine mother. For this day, we just kind of decide to be with all of them together, honor them, each and every realm of heaven. So I'm going to say each and every realm of heaven as is known through the Lightworker community. You can say slowly. You decide which one resonates with you and call upon it. The angels, the archangels, the unicorns, the ascended masters, those are the divine fathers, and goddesses, the divine mothers, and the elementals taking care of us every day on earth, in all of nature. These are the realms of heaven that you can call upon. Because if you see the card today, it might not make any sense. Like, what is she looking at and why is she looking? And is it a she or a he? First of all, you decide to just be still. Still and listen to yourself. Take a moment even now as I'm speaking to listen to yourself, to feel yourself. What is it that your heart or your mind, your inner self, your inner being is saying? Which form of movement do you feel you need in life? Now, each one of these is showcasing a symbol related to a color, right? And what has the color got to do with me? Whichever one resonates with you, whichever one is calling you. Is it the flow of money that you want movement, or you want choices, or you want to make decisions regarding money? Use each one of these three words in whatever form you want to. I now seek movement. I now regard my mind and listen to my inner voice to make a decision about that will help me with my decisions. I make the choices that lead me in the right direction. And today, actually, your heart and your mind will be friends. Because if your mind takes a certain direction, your heart will support it. And your heart feels something, your mind will clarify it. So that's how it's going to happen. Isn't that a wonderful way to be? And each one of these windows at different times of day will represent a different form of your own life unfolding for you. But it's all going in the right direction, dear one, because you decided to take this step. Because if you see the gate, it's golden, it's shining. It's part of the rainbow rays that are pouring into each one of these windows. So you are emphasizing and you're enhancing all the capacities of your life that you want to right now, that are important to you. So you're going forward in that direction. So you take your time deciding what form of movement you need. As you see, it's very simply shown. It makes it easy for you to realize which one is important to you. First of all, before you do anything, before you make any movement about any realm of your life, choose a power color from these 4 colors: yellow, magenta, emerald green, or blue, pale blue, pastel blue, sky blue. And she is, of course, wearing, I'm saying she because I'm representing myself in some way. You can see yourself there, wearing a very dull color, but that dull color means that you have the capacity then to take on what you want to mold yourself into what you want to, who you want to be. I choose to be. Use these words throughout this day, because choices is the middle word right there. You're being given ample opportunities to choose whatever you choose to be, choose to do, all guided by the divine forces for you. But do you want to really choose, or do you want to just choose and just, that's it, forget about it? So decision then means that I'm going to do something about that choice. I'm not just going to sit on my thought. Let's just say you decided to write a book. Then, of course, you're going to pick up a pen and start writing and scripting and getting words on paper. Or you're an artist. You start a painting. You cannot get a painting done without an image, right? You need an image first. And when you have the beautiful image, then you add color to it and give depth to that color, and it becomes a painting. But you started it, right? And you did something with it. That was movement. You see how it goes? How beautifully it goes? It's so easy to do that. So don't hold back on anything that seemed impossible to you. And you don't have to discuss your movement with everyone. Now, what do I mean by everyone? Do you just presume that people are just going to criticize you or what you're doing is wrong or incorrect? No, it means that you have to remain in the moment and learn to remain in the moment. You don't see any other person around this lady here, right? The divine one here. She's just looking at the realms of heaven, deciding what is important, absorbing it, understanding it. And heaven is just following what she is asking for. It's all amplifying the good in the universe. Creativity, movement, compassion, understanding, empathy, love. You can also ask to enhance those. Just looking at the colors, ask that whatever the color represents to you, for that essence to be improved in your life. And who better than the angels to help you with that? The rainbow ray angels will help you enhance whatever you want to enhance. So if it's per se emerald green that you chose, emerald green, healing of body, mind, spirit, prosperity, abundance, growth, vitality, roundedness, being connected to the earth. I mean, I can go on and on with my interpretation or my understanding or my need, right, of the emerald green light. What do you need from it? And you can even look at each now one of these symbols. What do they represent to you? If you see one particular doorway is empty, that's the opportunity gateway to the Akashic spaces. Like whatever you want to create and bring forward and have in your life that is absolutely unique. That is not limited to just one symbol. You want to bring a whole bunch of symbols in. You want to bring a basket of flowers or start a floral garden. then it's not really represented here anywhere, right? That doorway is your doorway of opportunity. You cannot miss it because it's the golden light. It's the sum total of everything. So don't think you've gone wrong if you miss one of these symbols. That's why take your time throughout this day to enjoy this gateway in front of you. It's going to speak in different ways. Sometimes to your heart, other times your vision will like the colors, will like the symbols, will like the movement, how the gateway is standing. Maybe you hear something even through each one of these windows. This is a card, you might say, how do I hear? That is again your inner self speaking to you, telling you, did you see that? Did you see this? Trust that. Trust that voice. It's your angelic voice. Yes, you being like an angel. Listening, being receptive, understanding, applying, and taking that wisdom exactly where it needs to go then. So each one of these 4 windows is a huge gateway, a huge chance to change and bring long-term habits, you can say, also into your life. Because this is standing, right? It's not sitting up and going up and down. It's just steady. It might take long for some people to manifest their dream, and you lose patience in the middle. If that's your problem, ask for patience. Maybe you're trying to build a home. A home cannot be built in one day, right? Ask for the patience and grace to understand what the heavenly reason is behind that, the heavenly pace, the rhythm, and just to stay in touch with the universal voices in that sense. So this day, each one of these gateways is giving you a chance to again enhance something in your life that you're maybe dealing with for a long time as a pattern, as a problem. But here it comes as a symbol, already having a color attached to it, a gateway that's open, and you know that you're going into better and more prosperous and fulfilling time. So it could be prosperity. The 2 rings could represent opportunity in relationships, that relationships get enhanced. Matrimony, for those who are single, changes in your marriage for the better. If there's been lack of harmony in the home, understanding between family members, this can also represent that. But it's people coming together for a common purpose, for a better purpose. All loving each other. Love, compassion, grace, that's flowing in general. And this green doorway, now go and look at that. First of all, you gather your need of the emerald green light. Is there something you need to heal physically, emotionally, or you feel blocked in some way subconsciously? Fears, a sense of fatigue, financial issues, debts that you have to clear, because then there's a beautiful poppy that's ready to give you what you need. It's literally waiting to blossom. You have to just surrender. This is a very difficult portion, actually, for most of us, surrendering. We're just so used to complaining and thinking that holding on to the problem will somehow solve it. Speak. Speak with all of your fears and let them come up and sink it literally into this light, into this doorway, and say, show me my changed perspective and show me my changed world. What is it that I've done? I want to know. I want to see. I want to feel. Right here, right now, you will get an answer, a way forward, a symbol, a method, Within this day, you'll get signs. If you want one of these doorways to have a sign for you from the angelic forces or whoever you want to lean upon, go ahead and ask that. Ask away. And you'll get it, because the fourth doorway that you have is basically telling you that all of heaven is in various forms coming around the earth, enfolding, protecting, guiding, of course creating, helping you with manifestation, with this movement, with this choice. You're stuck on a decision. You're not clear about how to go forward. It's okay to be confused and to have made mistakes. And it's okay that you're coming back perhaps with the same question 30, 40 times. Because until you are fulfilled, heaven is not fulfilled. The Akashas are still crying for you, you can see. They see a precious child of God who is suffering. You're not supposed to suffer in silence. That is not noble at all. Go ahead and speak to each one of these doorways. Use your time. Use your verbatim. There's no time of day you have to do this. There's no particular language you have to use. Just be sincere. Be honest. Set yourself free of all that binds you this day. Because you're ready now to start a brand new month. Literally a month that has been, in tradition and poetry, been related to love, to romance, to people coming together, to sweetness, to spring. Whatever you want to embrace of those, go ahead, but give yourself that chance and stop suffering. And from each one of these beautiful windows comes the chance then to attract literally material prosperity. It doesn't just have to be finances, whatever form of material prosperity, a sense of plenty on earth. Invite that. The second, of course, helps you enhance and improve, sweeten, and bring harmony into your relationships, those that matter to you. And the third one, of course, healing of all kinds. Mind, wherever you're stressed out, your body, physically, physical health, definitely pay attention to that this time. And of course, if you feel stuck or limited or feel a sense of lack or someone is dominating you, wherever bullying or abuse is happening, do not choose to accept that, because then the fourth doorway will help you transmute that with the help of the holy clouds. The holy clouds are rejuvenation, change, miracle, and movement. And then you can use these words again and again with the holy clouds. Holy clouds move whatever problem. First of all, choose to get rid of a problem. I surrender it to you and ask for a solution. And I see this the movement now of my problem. And it is moving and transmuting and changing into a solution. That's how it will happen for you. Very slowly. Take your time doing this for yourself. The holy clouds are not in a hurry. And you have angels again helping you with the process. You just give yourself the chance to succeed. And of course, you're already a success having listened to this and being ready to receive it. Half the battle is won there. There is no battle, first of all. Just take a nice deep breath in. Enjoy that. There's literally an embrace of heaven coming into your heart right now. And if you take your palm and just place it on top of your heart, you will feel at one with the universe like never ever before. So it's not any mere prediction. You are literally becoming more and more a co-creator with God. That's the way you're meant to be. So go ahead and decide where you lack movement and want to move forward and bring something into tangible reality. Choices, you decide what is correct for you, benefits all those around you. And of course, decisions. Don't hold back on decisions and don't procrastinate where you can move forward. And so beautifully and simply brought to us through the artwork of JOHN Matson. And John can be reached at JOHNMATSON.com. And the beautiful way that this, I would say, very esoteric message that can get quite complicated if you want to make it that way is given to us so simply by JOHN HOLLAND. John can be reached at JOHNHOLLAND.com. And this is Tina signing off for now. So start your new month, a new form of you, a new form of life, and a new life in all realms of your life is waiting for you to embrace and claim the heavenly blessings that you're deserving of. So bye for now.